A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. In this session, I'm going to be talking about the Divine Feminine is being thankful and she's expressing her gratitude to the Divine Masculine for being such a understanding, caring, kind, compassionate lover. So obviously this is a feminine who is healed, who's in her healed energies, and therefore she has attracted a man who's loyal, kind-hearted, and who respects her a lot. And also in healed relationships, my friends, you must know that there is a lot of gratitude that we all feel like expressing naturally. Gratitude is a part of our day. Every day we thank God for the things we have, the love we have, the resources we have, the finances we have. We don't say things like, I got to be in a relationship, I got to be happy, I got to make money, I got to go to work, I got to look good. We don't speak like that. When you're in healed energies, you say, I get to be in love, I get to be in a healthy relationship, I get to be managing my finances, I get to work every day, I get resources, I get to, you can keep adding. So this is a very big shift that anyone can make. If you are going through painful experience right now, my friends, which is quite possible, if you are going through difficulty, you're going through a dark night, then also you should have in your mind a goal that you are going to also become a healed divine feminine. A divine feminine who is independent. A divine feminine who is not in a relationship with the man because it's a need of the hour. She is not dating someone, or she's not marrying someone or engaging with someone because people are doing it, everybody's doing it, so you also have to do it. That's not how you form relationships. Also, you don't have to do it because of the age factor or because of some other factor. That you'll be all left alone, and how will you manage things? No one would be there for you, no one would love you. In fact, if you have these type of thoughts constantly, then you know that you need to heal yourself, that there is something wrong. Either you have not grieved properly, either you are not observing yourself properly, either you are not objectively observing yourself, or you're constantly worried, you're looking for problems. There are some people who are worried because of them own selves, like, life and death, their own body. And there are some people who have crossed this stage. They're not worried for themselves. They know that, okay, I'll be fine no matter what. But they're worried because of other people around them, other things around them, other reasons. So the worry is not going anywhere. Constant worry, looking for problems, looking for pain, looking for issues, looking for misery. When you look for misery, problem, pain, issues, then obviously you're going to attract the same in your life, right? So you don't have to do that. Now, what is she saying to the masculine? First, she says that I'm really happy and I'm really thankful to you that you consider me to be your beloved, or you consider me to be important in your life. You consider me to be your love interest. Now, she is not saying this to please him. Please understand. The woman can build a man, or she can destroy the man. If you are in a narcissistic abuse paradigm, if you have gone through that, or you're working on paternal and maternal narcissism, how to heal it, you can see that, your parents or the adults around you, they never appreciated each other. They were only focused on the problems. They were only focused on the issues. If not both, then at least one was like that. The other one was always silent. The other one never complained. The other one never talked badly. But the other one, mostly we see the women are like that. They gossip a lot about their husbands, and they do it to the poor innocent child who has no idea. And at the same time, the child knows that this man is my father. Okay, so when the mother constantly belittles the father, or she constantly speaks about his issues, his addictions, his bad behavior, how ruthless he is, how mean he is, how, annoying he is, or how stupid his family is, how stupid your father's brothers and sisters are, mother and father are, or anybody around him, And those people who don't respect your father, she would side up with them. That's how narcissistic abusers are normally. So the child grows up with that image of a masculine which is distorted. And the reason I'm speaking about it is because a lot of you feminine energies, you have to heal the distorted masculine. So you don't heal the distorted masculine outside of you. You heal the masculine energy within you. And if you are in a maternal narcissistic situation, then you would see that whenever you try to be better, whenever you try to change or you become independent, you will not be given any welcoming signs, or you will not be loved back. Then you will understand, how your father felt, because he was constantly told that he's not good enough in some way or the other. He's not good enough, he's this, he's that, he's not handsome, he's not good looking man, he's not a caring husband, he's always looking at other women, he's always flirting around. Now, some of you could say that what if all these things were happening in reality? What if my father was abusive and my father was not a good man and my mother was coping up with it and she was a victim? If that is the case, then your maternal energies are still warped, because if he's an abusive man and still she's hanging out with him, she's living with him, and still she's depending on him despite the abuse and also despite talking about the abuse. So she is not the type of person who's silently suffering. There are also mothers who, go through this abuse and somehow the children find out about it, because either the father is abusing the mother in front of the innocent children. The father is actually a bad man. He's actually a monster. And she does not want the children to see it. Okay, so she doesn't talk about it. That indeed is, I think, divine feminine potential, and believe it or not, she will definitely walk out of this relationship and she will show it to the children sooner or later that I don't need this man, so you also don't have to cope up with this if you ever come across a person like this. And a healed divine masculine would do the same thing. When a masculine leaves a karmic, whether she is the mother of his children or not, whether she's a girlfriend or whether she's a business partner or whether she's whatever in his life, once he realizes that she is not the right woman for me or for my children, he will make sure that he separates from her. He will make sure that, he manages the custody in such a way. And usually karmic mothers don't care about their children as long as they get the money or as long as they get someone better than the previous one, someone who's more lucrative. So now this is not a female energy bashing session. We are trying to talk about women who are toxic. Women who are so toxic, they are so, selfish, highly narcissistic. They can never appreciate a man, and they can never build a man. Sometimes it happens the man may not be that great, but the way she speaks to him, the way she builds him up, she's like, she can give him power and energy. Secondly, a divine feminine is a woman who's not greedy. Okay, she's not greedy for money. She's not greedy for jewelry. She's not greedy for a big house or a big car all the time. She will make sure that she is content with whatever she has. And it's not about having tons of children, because there are some men and women, it's very shocking to see even in India. Sometimes you are going on the road and you see there's one bike and there are 4 children with one man on that one bike, and they're all being taken to school or dropped off at school. So you actually wonder, like, this man has not, he's not able to take care of himself, but he has 4 children who he's riding on a bike, which is dangerous actually, not safe any which way, and taking them to a fancy school or a private school, because you can see that from the uniform. Now, why do they have to go to this fancy school? They can go to a government school, or they can get homeschooling, or they can go to a simple school which is slightly not that expensive if the father and mother both are not that financially sound and stable. If they are financially sound and stable, then all the more reasons to give a good and safe environment to the child. your childhood, how you were raised in your childhood by your mother and father, has a lot of impact on you, and then that's how, based on that upbringing, you attract partners in your life. Okay, independent people always attract independent and individualistic type of partner, and they don't poke their nose into their business. You need to understand that everyone is an individual, everyone is separate. So here, it's important to also understand that when a person goes through narcissistic parental abuse, maternal or paternal, doesn't matter, both or maybe one, if they go through this type of abuse, then they will not be able to attract a healthy partner. You know why? Because some of those toxic charades or some of those self-sabotaging qualities also seep in within the person. That is the reason why we need therapy. And that is the reason why we seriously need to do therapy. We don't need to do therapy as a joke or as an escape. That, I just want to be happy right now, or this and that. We do therapy so that those problems don't return. Okay? We do this type of inner work because we want a person to know that they can have a peaceful life with a partner who appreciates them. And just in case if you're already married and you're trying to work out your twin flame journey with your husband or your wife, and you have a negative sort of a relationship, then you need to again work on yourself individually so that you reach to a point where you can see the other side. Okay? When you are in fear-based energies, when you are, literally focused only on negativity, then you can never focus on the good things, because all your time will be gone in how to fight against that negative issue, because usually we get into fight mode or we go into flight mode, fight or flight. So when the twin flame is not a good person according to you, or the relationship has a lot of problems, that's because you are again and again focusing on the same issue. Those people who have age gap problem, they keep focusing on the age gap because in their childhood maybe somehow they learned that having an age gap is a bad thing, so they keep focusing on it again and again, and then everything around it gets intensified and magnified. Okay, similarly, if there's another issue like money or social status, then they are focused on that, or whatever reasons there are. Sometimes you do it consciously. When you are deep into your inner work, when you are doing it consciously, so you can turn it around at that time. You could cry, or you could get into some kind of therapy, or you could do some inner work, or you could do some journaling so that you release that negative energy, that pent up energy, and automatically your eyes can see the good qualities of other people around you, or the good things that any situation brings. While you are in the same place, you can shift into a higher vibration and a higher dimension. Okay, so here I can see very clearly. First of all, although I'm not all about the looks, I always say that please be with people who are good in terms of how they treat you, who are good within, who are kind-hearted and good-looking within, and their outside exterior should not matter to you. But still, I would also say that people who are really nice within, they automatically start looking good as well, right? If you are in healed energies. If you're not in healed energies, then you're going to say, this person is not at all good looking. Now, I know there are a lot of women, a lot of good looking women, they marry very rich men who are, not that great looking, and we look at them and we say, hey, she must have married him for his money. Okay, so I want to say, don't marry someone for their money or their looks. Marry someone if they are worthy of you. Marry someone if they understand you. Marry someone if you feel good when you talk to them. Marry someone who can be a responsible person, who can inspire you to be more independent, more amazing. So here she is telling the masculine that I'm really grateful to you that you, a man like you, chose me, and a man like you is in love with me. And when I look at you, I feel that I have found my Mr. Right, and I found the one for me. And this is not being said for sugar coating or for buttering or anything. These are her real emotions. She appreciates her man, and she appreciates him on his face, and she also appreciates him on his back. Okay, when he's not around, then also she talks to people about his good qualities, how amazing he is as a lover. And I'm not talking about sharing intimate details, just in general. She says, my boyfriend or my husband is a nice man, he cares for me, he loves me, he's there for me, he supports me, all of that. That's a healed divine feminine. Okay, and she says to him that and he also has a beautiful, they have a beautiful eye contact, and he looks at her very lovingly. He looks at her a lot of admiration. He looks at her with a lot of, she's delicate, and delicate at the same time very strong. Delicate when he wants to hold her hand, delicate when he's gone out on a walk with her, and delicate when they talk to each other, very softly they talk to each other, or even if they are like buddies, they can be themselves. Then also he treats her like she's equal, but he also likes to take care of her, and she is also doing the same thing. She also likes to take care of him, maybe cook a meal for him, help him out with his stressed out work, or just relax him every time he's scared or he's upset or he's in fear. She would go and tell him that, hey, you know what, don't worry, we'll work it out, it's all fine, relax, everything is going to be okay, all of that. So, and when he's angry and upset, which can happen to anyone, she does not go and poke into him so much. She leaves him, she gives him the space. Okay, and he is doing the same for her all the time. I share on Instagram these type of videos quite often on the story page, all these motivational quotes and motivational videos from so many places. Wherever I see, I keep sharing it. So the other day I saw somebody had shared when they get like very bad panic attacks, how the boyfriend holds her down, how the boyfriend says strong, meaningful, loving words, because taking pills and medicines is not the right way to do it. So she's appreciating the man publicly, and it did look like a real panic attack. It did not look like a fake or a panic attack that's shown for the views, but it was recorded, a bit of it. So now she's saying that, I accept your proposal. Maybe he has given a proposal to her, or maybe what she means by proposal is love, that I accept your love, and I am so grateful to you, and I'm so thankful to you, my love, that you always, take care of me, you're always there for me. Okay, and you added me in your life with a smile. You added me in your life without thinking so much. You just listen to your heart. So I want to thank God, and I want to thank universe, and I want to thank all my angels, all my guides, that after maybe she went through a lot of pain in her life, and maybe I think if it's a twin flame and if it's a divine feminine, then definitely she must have gone through that. After going through so much suffering and misery and seeing the dark side of the world, you see all of this is happening to you. You're thankful for it. You know that you have shifted. It's not like every day is going to be perfect for these two people. It's not like they're not going to have a bad hair day or a messy day or some challenge. But when you're in these energies, you don't blame the other person for challenges. You just look for solutions. You just figure it out, like how we can do it, And you don't take the fights or the negativity or anything, if it happens, too personally. You understand that, it's happening because of some other reason too. But you're not blind, and you're not naive, or you're not stupid, because you can do inner work, Every time you see a trigger, or every time you see a difficulty or some kind of discord, you see that it's coming from within you, and you yourself need to work on it. So you don't blame other people around it, especially not the DM or the twin flame. And this is the energy of this channeling, guys. There are different channelings, and in every channeling, there are different types of messages. What I try to do is that no matter what the message is, no matter what the situation is, because there can be different situations, like there are so many channelings, different channelings come with different situation, but I try to give you what you can do to turn it around, or if you are going through it, because we can't always say, oh, we want only happy stories, because then, when you are only looking for happy stories, then you try to run away and avoid the pain. But actually freedom is in the pain only. Once you experience, once you feel the pain fully, it could be pain, it could be suffering, it could be anything, fear or challenge or obstacle. When you feel the energy of it fully, when you process it fully, then that's the time you can actually let go, of it, or you can let it go. Before that, you're going to keep entangling in thoughts on how to run away from it, or how to. So in the therapies, again, this is one more thing that we do, is that we don't run away from the pain, and we don't run away from any negative emotion that's being thrown at us or it's coming to us. We watch it, we stand and we watch it, and we process it with various tools and techniques. Okay, they are simple but effective tools and techniques. So she is saying that she's like, you know what, I am the ocean. If I am the ocean, then you are the seashore. We can not be separated. We'll always be together. Okay. So many times it happened in my life that I had to go through, witness storms, and I had to go through some difficult situations and a lot of pain. But when I found my seashore, when I found you, I knew that this is where I can rest always. The storms cannot destroy me, because I can always fall back on the shore, and there is always, no matter how big the storm is, it cannot cross very far, very away from the shore, right? She says that you are my shore and I am your ocean, and nothing can derail us. Okay. Then she says that ever since, I came across you, or we met, everywhere I can feel like, the music. I can hear the music. I can feel that I'm in union. Or it could be possible that, my friends, you have to also understand this, that we don't attract union without being in union ourselves. So when we are in union, when we are in harmony, that's when we see the harmony outside of us. Okay. So she says that I've been seeing these harmonious messages, these signs, the music, the unity, and I feel literally one. If there is anything that makes me negative, I just ignore it. If there's anything that, that's not of my use anymore, I just discard it, and I thank it for being there as well, because it also had a role to play. But when we are together, it's like I have got like so much happiness, and something that I always wanted at one time, but I could not get it. And now, when I was not like least bothered about it, I was just focusing on myself and how to heal from the pain and how to heal the wounds. You just came into my life, like a breeze, like a cool, fresh breath of air, fragrance from the flowers, so many adjectives she can say. And when a woman praises her man from her heart, when she has no other reason or source to do it, he feels very nice, very loved, and the energy gets multiplied, and the love he feels for her gets multiplied. So for your personal situation, you can check out the description box for karmic release, chakra alignment, and releasing paternal or maternal narcissistic abuse blocks. You can get out of your separation and enjoy the union energies by doing inner work. You can check out the description box. It has all the information. Once you're sure, then only write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com. Kindly do not share your twin flame journey in advance with me. If you are ready for a personal session, if you're ready for therapy, only then we will discuss it. But we don't discuss it before we do it. We discuss it once we get into it. Okay. So thank you so much for being here with me. One love and peace out, and see you in another one.